Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more English story. Change your life. Alex felt scattered. He couldn't focus, couldn't get things done, and always felt a bit anxious. He knew things needed to change. He started reading and listening to experts about being more focused and happier. He decided to try some new things. First, it was hard. Putting his alarm across the room meant he actually had to get up. Making his bed felt silly, but he kept doing it. Cold showers were awful. But he also started doing nice things, like looking at the sky for a few minutes. It was surprisingly calming. He started small. 5 minutes of just focusing on his breath felt doable. Writing down his thoughts helped him clear his head. He cleaned up his room and his phone, deleting old apps and unfollowing people online. Felt good to let go of the digital clutter. He only used social media on his computer, in black and white, with no notifications, way less tempting. He used a whiteboard for big goals and a little notebook for daily tasks. He worked in short bursts with breaks in between, which helped him focus better. He used tools to block distracting websites. Instead of coffee first thing, he drank water and went outside. He even got some plants, which he enjoyed taking care of. He stopped using his phone and playing games until after work. Which was tough at first. He started drawing again, something he loved as a kid. Sometimes he slipped up, going back to old habits. But he didn't beat himself up about it. He just tried again. He started doing other good things too. He called his mom more often, which made them both happy. He practiced taking deep breaths when he felt stressed. He went for walks in nature to clear his head. He read books by smart thinkers and listened to interesting podcasts. He really listened to music, instead of just having it on in the background. He set a time to turn off his devices at night and used dim red lights before bed. He read before sleeping, and sometimes even tried sleep meditations. Slowly, things started to change. He could focus better, got more done, and felt less anxious. He felt more present and connected to the world. His relationship with his mom got better, and he did better at work too. He learned that it's not about huge changes all at once, but about small, everyday things. Each little thing, like making his bed or taking a few minutes to breathe, added up and made a big difference. Alex learned that by taking care of himself and being more mindful, he could change his life for the better. He finally felt like he was in control, not just being pushed around by life. Alex's story shows us that small, consistent changes can lead to big improvements in our lives. It's not about achieving perfection overnight, but about making steady progress. Even simple things like making your bed, taking deep breaths, or spending a few minutes in nature can have a powerful impact when done regularly. The story emphasizes the importance of mindfulness, paying attention to the present moment without judgment, self-discipline, developing habits that support our well-being and goals, self-compassion, being kind to ourselves when we make mistakes, consistency, sticking with positive changes over time. Part 2. A year later, Alex was almost unrecognizable. He wasn't a completely different person, but he was a much healthier, happier version of himself. The changes he'd made had become ingrained habits, a natural part of his daily life. He still had his whiteboard and notebook, though now they were more about refining his goals and managing ongoing projects than fighting daily chaos. His apartment, once cluttered and disorganized, was now a calm and inviting space, filled with sunlight and thriving plants. His career had flourished. His increased focus and productivity had led to a promotion and new responsibilities. But more importantly, he found genuine satisfaction in his work, not just a means to an end. His relationships had deepened. He regularly had dinner with his mother, not out of obligation, but out of genuine enjoyment of her company. He'd also made new friends through his creative hobbies and nature walks, connecting with people who shared his interests. One evening, Alex was walking home from work, listening to his favorite music. He noticed the vibrant colors of the sunset, the gentle breeze on his face, the sounds of the city around him. He felt a deep sense of gratitude for the present moment, a feeling he rarely experienced before. He realized that the journey of self-improvement is not a destination, but a continuous process. There would always be new challenges and opportunities for growth. But he now had the tools and the mindset to navigate them with confidence and resilience. He decided to share his experiences, not as an expert, but as someone who had walked the path and found it worthwhile. He started a small online journal, documenting his ongoing journey and sharing the insights he'd gained. He hoped that his story could inspire others to take their own small steps towards a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Alex's story continues, not as a dramatic transformation, but as a quiet evolution, a testament to the enduring power of small, consistent changes and the profound impact they can have on our lives. It shows that we all have the potential to create a better version of ourselves, one small step at a time. Alex's story teaches us that profound change doesn't require drastic overhauls, but rather a series of small, consistent actions taken over time. It highlights the importance of the power of small habits. Tiny actions, when repeated consistently, compound into significant results. Mindfulness and presence. Paying attention to the present moment enhances our enjoyment of life and reduces stress. Self-care as a foundation. Prioritizing our physical and mental well-being is essential for productivity and happiness. Continuous growth. Self-improvement is an ongoing journey, not a destination. The value of connection. Nurturing relationships and finding community enriches our lives. Part 3. Paying it forward. Years later, Alex wasn't just living a more fulfilling life. He was helping others do the same. His online journal had grown into a small but vibrant community of people committed to personal growth. He wasn't a guru or a life coach, but a fellow traveler sharing his experiences and insights. He started hosting small workshops in his community, focusing on practical strategies for building positive habits, managing stress, and cultivating mindfulness. He emphasized that there was no one-size-fits-all approach. encouraging participants to experiment and find what worked best for them. One day, a young man named David attended one of Alex's workshops. David was struggling with many of the same challenges Alex had faced years ago. Constant distractions, procrastination, and a general feeling of being overwhelmed. He felt lost and hopeless. After the workshop, David approached Alex, hesitant but hopeful. He shared his struggles, and Alex listened patiently, without judgment. He didn't offer quick fixes or empty promises, but shared his own story, emphasizing the importance of small steps and self-compassion. It's not about becoming perfect, Alex told David. It's about making progress, one day at a time. Be kind to yourself when you slip up, and just keep moving forward. Inspired by Alex's words, David started implementing some of the strategies he'd learned. He began with small changes, making his bed, spending a few minutes in nature, and practicing deep breathing. He found it challenging at first, but he remembered Alex's encouragement and kept going. Over time, David started to experience positive changes in his own life. His focus improved, his productivity increased, and he felt less stressed and overwhelmed. He started to feel more in control of his life, not just reacting to it. David eventually became a regular participant in Alex's workshops, not just as a student, but as a supporter, sharing his own experiences and encouraging others. He had become a living example of the power of small changes. Alex watched David's progress with a quiet sense of satisfaction. He realized that the greatest impact of his own journey wasn't just the changes he'd made in his own life, but the ripple effect it had on others. He had learned that by sharing his story and supporting others, he could amplify the positive impact of his own transformation, creating a chain reaction of positive change. Alex's story had come full circle. He had started by transforming his own life, and in doing so, he had found a way to help transform the lives of others. It was a testament to the enduring power of self-improvement, not just as a personal journey, but as a way to contribute to a better world. Alex's journey underscores several key principles. The transformative power of small steps. Lasting change isn't about grand gestures but about consistently implementing small, manageable actions. These seemingly insignificant steps compound over time, leading to significant transformations. Mindfulness and intentional living. Paying attention to the present moment and making conscious choices about how we spend our time and energy are crucial for well-being and productivity. The importance of self-compassion. We all stumble on our journey. Being kind to ourselves during setbacks and viewing them as learning opportunities is essential for sustained progress. The ripple effect of positive change. Personal growth doesn't exist in isolation. By improving ourselves, we create a positive impact on those around us, inspiring and supporting their own journeys. Finding purpose through service. Sharing our experiences and helping others can give our lives deeper meaning and amplify the impact of our own transformations. Part 4. The next chapter. Years continued to pass, and the small community Alex had fostered grew into something much larger. It wasn't a formal organization or a business, but a network of individuals connected by a shared desire for personal growth and a commitment to supporting one another. Alex, now older and wiser, found himself less at the forefront but still deeply involved. He had become a mentor to many, offering guidance and encouragement to those just starting their own journeys. He understood that his role was now to empower others to become leaders and carry the torch forward. One day, Alex received an invitation to speak at a large conference on well-being and personal development. He was hesitant at first, never having sought the spotlight. But he realized that this was an opportunity to reach a wider audience and share the message that had become so central to his life. His speech wasn't filled with motivational platitudes or complex theories. He simply told his story, honestly and authentically, emphasizing the power of small changes, the importance of self-compassion, and the transformative effect of helping others. The response was overwhelming. People connected with his vulnerability and his genuine desire to help. Many approached him afterward, eager to share their own stories and ask for advice. Alex realized that his journey had taken an unexpected turn. He had never intended to become a public speaker or a figurehead, but he had found himself in a position to inspire and empower countless individuals. He embraced this new role with humility and a deep sense of purpose. He continued to emphasize that he wasn't an expert, but simply a fellow traveler sharing his experiences. He encouraged everyone to find their own path, to experiment and discover what worked best for them. He stressed that the most important thing was to start, to take that first small step, and to keep moving forward, one day at a time. Alex's story became a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit to grow, to heal, and to inspire. It showed that even the smallest actions, when motivated by kindness, compassion, and a genuine desire to improve ourselves and the world around us, can create a ripple effect of positive change that extends far beyond our own lives. His journey continued, not as a solitary quest, but as a shared adventure, a testament to the collective power of human potential. I'm so glad you spent this time with me. If you liked the story, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Take care, and see you next time.